Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to solve this programming question that is usually given for entry level test takers for getting jobs. So obviously I have the description right here. So what I did was I basically copied over the code that they usually give you here, and see how where you have compile and run, you would have it run against whatever they programmed for the test cases. And since we won't have that in doing it on our own, I just kind of built my own method of doing it. So if we go over here, it says Jacob has an array called A with n amount of elements, right? And then Charles, this is a different dude, Jacob Charles. Charles replaces each element of A in the array with K, because these are values. If you look in the code, N is for a scanner value, K is for a scanner value, be it index size, all be for scanner values. So, given the modified array, which Charles has done, you need to find the original array. We're basically trying to find Jacob's array, right? So that's what I did here. So I redid it over here. So I created Jacob's array in addition to what they had for B. So then just create basically an array with some values. Then B ends up being what they described it to be, and the rest of it is their code, except for down here where I copied it just so you could tell what are you supposed to output, so you could check it with your answer. So Charles' array is basically B, and if I was confusing, you could rewind the video or just read the thing right here, because that's all I'm doing here. All I did was go to my code and create Jacob's array so we could test it ourselves on our own consoles, whatever, because they have the compilation, and obviously that's not going to be in our own editor. So this is the part they want you to do. It's like, oh yeah, write your logic here, right? So you have a little for loop, because you have to set all these up, right? So essentially all you have to really do is do k minus c at index I. Sorry, brain fart. So when I go in here, it'll work. So I'll hit play for you, right? So it runs it, and it's gonna obviously, if you read the code here, right? You got n, so that's gonna be the amount of items in the array. K is going to be that integer, the value that's being used to manipulate the indexes values over on Charles' side. So let's say I don't want to type a lot of crap, so let's say it's going to be 3 long, and maybe this is like 20 for K. So I'm going to start writing some values like 45, 67, 12. And then, oh, I typed an extra 1 on accident. So ignore that green 3. That was my bad. So A ends up being what we manipulated our output to be, which is 45, 67, 12. What it wanted was 45, 67, 12. So clearly, I'm showing you guys the correct answer. And then ignoring my stupid 3 here. Charles' array was just negative 12. So I essentially just printed that out for just, I guess, for just the satisfaction of being able to see Charles's numbers being different from what we have, I guess. Because if you didn't do that, if you go back up here and you're like, oh yeah, maybe you accidentally are dyslexic and you typed it like this, right? It's not going to be the right answer, and I'll show you right now. Alright, maybe I'll do 4 this time. Let's do 50, I guess. 34, 56, 87, and 100. So, here you go. See how it's literally like, oh, I wrote it backwards, silly me, because now it's negatives, right? So it's just manipulate. What you had to do is kind of just write the logic, and everything else flowed together. Very easy, very entry level question, very simple, not complicated at all. We're giving you like 30 minutes to do all three of these. Obviously, at the time, I was just stole this little screenshot here. Yep. So questions, concerns, video recommendations, or ideas for things you guys want to know how to do, you can post them all in the comments, post them on my channel, hit me up with a message. That's what I made this channel for, is to help everyone understand the programming world so much easier, and I think there are no stupid questions here, ever. So don't be afraid. See you in the next video.